Hello and welcome to Master Your Mindset with your host Isis Foster. This is the place to be for anyone who is on a personal development journey. I will be sharing with you my own mindset hacks and personal past experiences. Please subscribe and share if you enjoy what I'm about to share with you and you've taken value from it. You never know who may need to hear it. Hello everyone, I am so excited for this week's episode because as always I'm going to be talking about a topic which I know so many of you have aspirations to fulfill. So many of you are currently living this kind of life which I know that everyone wants to feel good in themselves. Everyone is on a journey to become the best version of themselves. So I'm going to share with you this week my 5 ways to feel your hot girl self. And this is an episode which I don't know why I haven't done this already, because it's definitely something which I know is going to help so many of you, and it's definitely something which I wish that I'd listened to at the beginning of my personal development journey. So if you are currently starting out or you've been on a little bit of a personal development journey now for a while, this is definitely an episode which is going to help push you to your next step. So what is your hot girl self? I really want you to sit and think for a moment about what your hot girl self means to you, because for everybody out there, it will mean something different. What it means to me personally is being able to live a life which feels comfortable for me. It feels like I'm pushing myself every single day, pushing the boundaries on what I think I can achieve, but also making myself feel good along the way, and only doing things which align with my values and purpose in life. It's about cutting out all those negativities, all those bad energies, making sure you're creating strong friendships and relationships, both personal and around you within like the work environment or relationships, romantically, whatever it is. It's about living a life which feels true and authentic to you. So today I'm going to be sharing with you 5 ways that you can up your game, starting with prioritizing you. And I know that this is one which a lot of people really struggle to do, especially if you are someone who carries the weight of a lot of people around you. You may be that person within the friendship group that everybody comes to when they've got a problem, or the person in your family who everyone dotes on, everyone comes to you when nothing is going right in their life, and that can get really heavy. Like, I'll be the first person to tell you that shit gets really, really heavy. I am definitely that person within a friendship group that people come to for advice, for anything that they're struggling with. I always seem to be that person that my friends go, oh, I'm just going to speak to Isis today because she'll always know what to do. And as amazing as that can feel to be able to help those around you, when you're not in a good place yourself and you're trying to fix everybody else's problems, that can become really, really strenuous for you. So number 1 in feeling your hot girl self is prioritize yourself first. You've probably heard this saying once before, if not 100 times before, but if you are pouring from an empty cup, you're only emptying your own cup, and you cannot pour from an empty cup. It's literally impossible. I have tried to do it in the past. I work with a lot of clients who also try to do it because they have hearts of gold, but ultimately what you're doing is damaging yourself, and you're also damaging those around you who need your help. If your cup is full and you feel really good in yourself, pouring from a full cup will make not only you, but all those around you feel so much better in themselves. If you think about it, a jug of milk or a carton of milk, if you're going to try and pour that onto your cereal and there's barely anything left, you're going to have dry cereal. So if you're going to pour from a cup which is basically empty because you've been zapped of all your energy and all your creativity and you don't feel good, and then you're going to go to your friends and family and try to make them feel better, even though your own cup is empty, you're going to zap them as well. You're going to be making their lives drier than what they are now. So number 1 is to always prioritize you. And some people may say, oh, that's really selfish to do, but actually in the long run and in the grand scheme of things, when you pour into yourself first, you actually make everybody else around you feel better in their lives too. I have watched it firsthand, trying to help people when I haven't been in a good place myself, and you can just tell they're a bit like, what's going on here? Because usually you make me feel really good, and today I don't feel good. So fill up your cup first, do whatever you need to do to make you feel good, and then pour into other people's, because the results will come back to you tenfold. Number 2 on the steps to reach your hot girl self: move your body. It sounds so simple and so cliche, but it does the world of wonders, not only to you physically, but more importantly, mentally. When you get out and you start shaking your body, whether it's going for a slow walk, or whether you want to bolt it down the street and run 100 miles per hour, or even just have a workout in the gym, whatever it is, however you like to move your body, this releases endorphins into your body, which make you ultimately feel good. Which is why so many people talk about the impact and positive effects of physical exercise, because it makes you feel so much better. Have you ever been in the position of sitting there? And this has happened to me so many times. I've often sat on the sofa and thought, I really don't want to go to the gym today. Like, I genuinely couldn't think of anything worse than having to put my gym clothes on, which, by the way, getting your gym clothes on, for some reason, feels like the hardest thing in the world to do when you're in such a comfy position. So getting your gym clothes on, having to walk down to the gym, and I'm actually really fortunate that I've got a gym in the building that I live in, but having to get in your car even and drive somewhere to then work out, to then get all hot and sweaty, to come home, all of those things just feel like the world is taken over. It feels so stressful to even think about it. So my top tip in this situation is to not overthink it. Like, if you have the thought of going to the gym, before your brain can tell you don't go and do that, just get up and put your gym stuff on and get yourself to the gym without thinking about what it's going to be like in the gym, how many people are there, who's going to be watching me sweat it out on the treadmill. If you train your brain to be able to just get up and do things before you have the chance to overthink it, honestly, you will get so much more done in life. So move your body, even if it's just going to a class, yoga class, Pilates class, which everyone seems to be doing at the moment. Whatever it is, find something that your body enjoys. And I'm not going to lie to you, when you start anything off, whether it be physical or mental, your body's not going to enjoy it. Like, your body's going to go, what the hell is this? But when that exercise, when that first class, when that first run is finished, the amount of endorphins which will be released into your body, you will literally be like, whoa. For anyone who drinks coffee on here, you know that first hit that you get after you have your first coffee of the day, and it's like a load of caffeine like rushing into your body. The first time I did a workout, which I didn't want to do initially, but I forced myself to get to the gym, I was literally like, oh my goodness, this feels incredible. And then after the first one is out the way, you kind of build up this momentum, which your body has an addiction, but a healthy addiction, to go into work out and wanting to feel that buzz over and over again. And I think after a while, and it's definitely something that I have found on my journey, the thought of going to the gym actually is nothing in comparison to how you feel afterwards. So yes, you're going to be like, oh, I really can't be bothered to go the first couple of times. But when you start feeling how you feel when the endorphins are released into your body, and then you start noticing not only physical, but more importantly, mental changes to your state of mind, it almost pushes you more into wanting to go. And then it becomes like a healthy habit, a really, really healthy habit. So my second tip on being able to reach your hot girl self is move your body. It is so important, and you'll honestly thank yourself for it. Number 3, and this is one that I absolutely swear by, because it's something that is so small and can usually easily be changed, but it's something that so many people avoid because they're scared of what other people will think. But it is to surround yourself with high vibes and good energy, because it is such, in the grand scheme of things, it's such a small, minuscule thing to be around high vibes and good energy, but I promise you it makes the world of difference. Have you ever been in a situation with somebody, it could be an individual or a group of people, who just moan? They literally sit there and all they do is moan. They moan about how broke they are. They moan about their family. They moan about their boyfriends. They moan about, literally it could be anything, but all they do is moan. Because I have been around people like this, and I will be the first one to say I'm a really positive person, and I never realised the impact of other people's moods and energies until I was put in a situation where that energy around me was so negative. And if you are a positive person too, and you often feel like you're leaving social situations or a social circle and you're feeling drained, then you need to check the energy of the people that you are surrounding yourself with, because it is so important that you surround yourself with the energy that you want to attract more of in your life. Everything is an energetic force in life, whatever it is, the people you're surrounding yourself with, the environment that you're working in. Everything is playing a part in how you feel about yourself. So you need to make sure that you are surrounding yourself with people who are bringing out the best in you, people that want to see you succeed, people that want to see you create the dream life that you're more than capable of creating. And I know for a lot of people, because I get DMs about this all the time, people struggle later on in life. I'm 30 now, but this is kind of the age where I think people find it really difficult to make new friendships. So if you are someone who feels like, oh my goodness, like I've been friends with my friends for 15 plus years since we were at school, and it'll be really awkward if I'm not friends with them anymore. I'm not telling you to completely cut them out, but just be mindful of the amount of time you're spending with them, first of all. And secondly, remember there are millions and millions of people out there, and there are so many other connections that you can make, whether it be online or in real life. My DMs are always open for anyone who wants to make new friends. I'm always down for it. I think it's incredible to meet people who have the same energetic levels as you. Just remember there are so many people out there that you can connect with and build incredible friendships and relationships with. So be mindful of who you are sharing your energy with, because if you have really good energy and you're sharing it with people who don't, they're almost zapping that from you, and that is not a good feeling to be in. Number 4, get out and breathe fresh, clean air. Honestly, the importance of just doing breath work is incredible. I watched a YouTube video on a 20-minute breath work session, and I'd seen stuff about breath work all over social media, and people were ranting and raving about it. And I was like, oh, is this one of those another fads? Is it just a craze that people are just loving? Genuinely, being able to control your breath in any situation that you are in does wonders for you, not only physically, but more importantly, mentally. If you can be in a really stressful situation, but you are in complete control of your breathing, you will notice everything around you start to slow down. And what happens when you slow down in stressful situations? You're able to think straighter. Ding dong. The best thing ever that you could do for yourself is to be able to control your breathing. Go out for a slow walk. If you have a balcony, stand on your balcony. If you're fortunate enough to have a garden, sit in your garden for 10 minutes. Fresh air does the world of wonders to your brain and your body. So go out there and breathe as much air as you can. And now the 5th and final point for you all, which some would say would be the best point, is to be aware of who you need at every moment. I've just completely messed that up, but I'm just going to roll with it because that didn't even make sense, and I'm so sorry. Be aware of what you need at every moment, not who you are at every moment. Well, I mean who you are as well, but be aware of what you need at every moment, and don't live life in autopilot. The amount of people that I see on a daily basis, and even some of my clients that I coach who I have a brief catch up with before we go into our sessions, and I say, what have you done today? And they can't even remember because everything has been so autopilot into them. So have you ever had that thing where you do something so often, it's kind of like muscle memory? For example, it could be like leaving the house and then 10 minutes later you're worried that you've left your straighteners on, or you're worried that your oven's still on. Whatever it is, when you do something so often, you almost forget if you've done it or how to do it, because you do it all the time. It kind of becomes natural to you. So just be so conscious of what you need at every moment in your life. If you feel uncomfortable in a situation and you know that you need to speak to someone, or you know that you need to go get some fresh air, go and do it. Don't feel like you have to stay in that situation because that's what you've always done. Be conscious of what you need, because every moment that is passing in life is requiring a different version of you. So the more you can up your game and the more you can be aware of who you are and what you need your surroundings to be providing for you, the stronger you can grow as an individual. So make sure you are staying conscious at every single point in your life. So let's summarize the 5 steps to reach your hot girl self. Number 1, prioritize you. Number 2, move your body. Number 3, surround yourself with high vibes and good energies, because this makes so much difference. Number 4, get out and breathe clean air. Whether you want to go for a walk, roll around in your garden, take your dog for a stroll, get out and breathe that clean air, because it is going to make you feel amazing. Number 5, be aware of what you need at every moment in your life and don't live your life in autopilot. Make sure you are staying alert and you're staying conscious to who you want to be, because who you want to be is more than possible. I hope you have enjoyed this week's episode of Master Your Mindset with me. I have loved sharing all of my top tips with you in order to become your hot girl self, because you are all more than capable of achieving this. If you have enjoyed what I've shared with you on this week's episode, I would absolutely love it if you could share this with your followers on social media and tag me at IsisFoster1. It is my absolute pleasure to be able to record podcasts weekly on this platform for you, and you never know who may need to hear this episode. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Master Your Mindset with your host, me, Isis Foster. If you have enjoyed what I have shared with you today, I would really appreciate it if you could share it on your social media platforms and tag me at IsisFoster1. My goal with creating this podcast is to reach as many people as possible and help them get to wherever they want to be. So if you're in that position of being able to share this, it would be very much appreciated. Can't wait for you to tune in to the next podcast episode. Have an amazing week.